Dear students, welcome to the science class. So in the last class we were discussing about the work and energy topic and we are concluded with that topic. So in today's class we are going to discuss some exercise questions which are related to this topic. So let us consider the first question here. What is that first question? Look at the activities listed below. Reason out whether or not work is done in the light of your understanding of the term work. Look at the activities listed below. Reason out whether or not work is done in that light of your understanding of the work. Let's see here they are given some activities. Up to 7 activities they are given. Right. In their 7 activities we have to tell them the work is done here or not. Work is done here or not by the understanding of the work. So if you remember, what is the work here in physics? The work here in the physics is nothing but what? It is the force into displacement. It is the product of what? It is the product of the force into displacement. So the work is equal to force into displacement. Right. So the work has to be done there. There should be some force should be acted on that object, as well as there should be some displacement should be occurred. If displacement is equal to 0, then we can say that there will be no work done. If the force is equal to 0, then we can say there will be no work done. So depending on that thing, we are going to identify here in which case the work is done and in which case the work is not done. So let us take the first example here. First statement they are given. First activity they are given here. Suma is swimming in a pond. Suma is swimming in a pond. Suma is swimming in a pond. So here the work done here is there or not. If we check here, while swimming, if you compare that thing, while swimming we are going to pull the water towards us. Right, we are going to pull the water towards us. So the force acting in this direction. The force is acting in this direction and we are moving in the opposite direction of the force. We are moving in the opposite direction of the force. So there is force also coming as well as the displacement is also coming. But both are in opposite direction. If they are both are in opposite direction, they are going to make an angle of 180 degree. If they are making an angle of 180 degree, then we are also going to say that there is a work done. There is a work done. So for doing the work, the force and displacement should act in the same direction. One condition, they should act in the opposite direction. They should not be in perpendicular. If they are acting in the opposite direction, then we can say that there is the work is done. So here the work is done here. Work is doing here. So by doing the work to go in the forward direction by pulling the water towards earth. Now let us take the second statement here. A donkey is carrying a load on its back. A donkey is carrying a load on its back. So let us take an example of donkey which is carrying a load on its back and it is moving in forward direction. It is moving in forward direction. So in which direction it is applying the force? In forward direction. In which direction that donkey is moving? It is again in forward direction. So it is applying the force on that back as well as it is moving in the forward direction. That means there is the work done by the donkey to carry that luggage. To carry that luggage. So here is also work is done. Right. In that question I am going to slightly change some statements. In that question only. In that question only. A donkey is carrying load on its back. So what will be the work done by the gravitational force on that load? Donkey is carrying a load on its back. So what will be the work done by the gravitational force on that load? If the question is asked like that, what you are going to write the answer here? It will be same work done by the donkey or it will be changed or it will be 0. To solve that question, I am going to draw a diagram here. So this is the ground and this is the load and this load is carried by the donkey in the forward direction. The load is carried by the donkey in the forward direction. So what we have to calculate here? We have to calculate the work done by the gravitational force. Work done by the gravitational force on the load. Right, we have to calculate that thing, we have to identify that thing. So what will be the work done by the gravitational force on this load? It will be equal to 0. It will be equal to 0. Why it will be equal to 0? See here, the displacement is in this direction, the force is acting in this direction, they are making an angle of 90 degree. So both are perpendicular. When both are perpendicular, the work done will be always will be equal to 0. It will always will be equal to 0. So if the gravitation force is working on that load, the load should come in the downward direction or it should go in the upward direction. But it is going in the forward direction. Then it is not possible that the work done by the gravitation force on that load is equal to always be equal to 0. So here in this case it is equal to, it is doing the work here. Yes, we can say that it is doing the work. But in that case it is not doing the work. Gravitation force is not doing the work. Now let us take the next example. A windmill is lifting water from the well. A windmill lifting the water from the well. So water is pulled out from the well. It is pulling out. So the motion of that water as well as the motion of the windmill both are in the same direction. So that here is also work is done. So we can say that work is done in the after taking the water by the windmill from the well. So next case. A green plant carrying photosynthesis. A green plant carrying photosynthesis. As per our knowledge, it is an work. So green plant are carrying photosynthesis. That is nothing but they are preparing their own food. If they are preparing their own food, that means they are doing the work there as per the general understanding. But as per the physics, what we know that there should be force should be applied as well as there should be displacement should be occurred. So if there is no displacement is occurring, if there is no force is acting on that thing, then we can say that the work done will be equal to 0 as per understanding of the physics, as per the understanding of this science. So here in this case, the green plant carrying photosynthesis work done is not here, not there. So for the work to be done, it should have the force as well as it should have the displacement. The next question, fifth one. An engine is pulling a train. An engine is pulling a train. So here is the engine and this is the train. So engine is pulling the train in this direction and train is going in this direction. That means there is the force acting on that thing as well as there is the displacement is taking place. So by that thing you can say that here is also work is done. Next, food grains are getting dried in the sun. Food grains are getting dried in the sun. So food grains are staying there one day. That means there is no displacement. That means there is no forces acting on that thing. So it is not considered as the work. It is not considered as the work. So next one. A sailboat is moving due to wind energy. A sailboat is moving due to wind energy. So this is a sailboat which is moving with the wind energy. So this is the wind energy. And the sailboat is moving in this direction only. So the force is applying on this thing. Because of that thing, it is moving in the same direction. It is displacing. So if it is happening, that means here is also work is done. Here is also work is done. So I have to write separately that work is done in these conditions. So 1, 2, 3, 5th and 7th one. Right. So this is about the question number 1. So next consider the question number 2 here. An object is thrown at a certain angle to the ground, moves in a curved path and falls back to the ground. The initial and the final position of the object lies in the same horizontal plane. So what is the work done by the force of gravity on that object? What is the work done by the force of the gravity on that object? So we have to consider only the initial position and the final position. We have to consider only the initial position and the final position. So let this be the ground. So let this be the ground. Right. Initially that stone is thrown from this position. See here, an object is thrown at a certain angle to the ground, moves in a curved path and falls back to the ground. The initial and the final positions of the object lie in the same horizontal line. So what is the work done by the force of gravity to object? Right, it is thrown in a curved line like this with a certain angle. Right, the stone is, the object is thrown like this with a certain angle. So the initial position of the ball or that object is A and the final position of the object is B. And they are lying in the same horizontal plane, or they are lying in the same horizontal line. So what will be the work done by the gravitational force here? what will be the work done by the gravitational force here. So if we check here, we know that by the definition of the work there is nothing but F into N. So here is a force is acting on that thing, or F into D, displacement. So here a force is acting on that object, that is nothing but it is the gravitational force. If the gravitational force is acting that thing, to work to be done here, what we consider, we should consider the force as well as the displacement. So if we check here, if the force is acting in this direction, so in which direction we should consider the displacement? We should consider the displacement in this direction, or we should consider the displacement in the vertical direction. We should consider the displacement in vertical direction. Right? If we take here in the perpendicular direction, then the work done will be equal to 0. So if you see here, the initial position and the final position of that object is lying in the same plane. Lying in the same plane. So that is nothing but height covered by both the things will be same only. So initially it will be at the ground, finally it will be at the on the ground only. Initially and finally it will be on the ground only. So here we have to take the displacement in horizontal direction, in vertical direction. When you take the vertical direction of the displacement, then the displacement, if you check here, the initial and the final position are lying in the same line. That means they are on the ground. That means the displacement here in this case will be equal to 0. Here it will be in this case equal to 0. They are standing on the ground. They will be on the ground only. So if the displacement is equal to 0, then the work done by the gravitational force here in this case is equal to how much? It will be equal to again 0. So therefore work done in this case is equal to 0, since the height covered by those things is equal to 0, since the displacement is equal to 0. Why displacement is equal to 0 here in this case? Since both the initial position and final positions are lying in the same line, same horizontal line, because of that height covered by those things will be equal to 0, and the gravitational work done by the gravitational force is equal to 0 in this case. So this is the answer for the second question. Now let us consider the third question here. A battery light bulb, describe the energy changes involved in this process. A battery lights a bulb. Describe the energy changes involved in this process. So whatever the energy which is going to store in the battery is nothing but what? It is an chemical energy. It is an chemical energy. Right, battery. That chemical energy stored is converting into the electrical energy. Due to the chemical reaction, it is going to convert it into the electrical energy. That electrical energy is getting converted into the mechanical energy in the form of light or in the form of heat. So that electrical energy is getting converted into the mechanical energy in the form of light energy or heat energy. So that is the energy conversion involved in the process of battery lights bulb. Electrical energy to the mechanical energy, light energy or heat energy. Alright. Now let us consider the question number 4 now. What is given in the question number 4 is the numerical. It is an numerical. So let us take here. Certain force acting on 20 kg mass changes its velocity from 5 meter per second to the 2 meter per second. Calculate the work done by the force. Calculate the work done by the force. So see here, an object is moving with the initial velocity of 5 meter per second, having a mass of 20 kg. 5 meter per second. So that velocity of that object is going to get decreased to the 2 meter per second due to the acting of the force in the opposite direction. So you know that change in the velocity or change in the speed is because of the force which is acting on that thing. So if the force is acting on that thing, then what will be the work done by the force on that object to change the speed or velocity? To change the speed or velocity. Right. So we have to write down the first given data. So what they are given here, they are given the mass of the object. Mass of the object, which is equal to how much? Which is equal to 20 kg. So next they are given initial velocity. Initial velocity of the object. So that is U is equal to how much? 5 meter per second. Then the final velocity is given. Final velocity, that is nothing but v is equal to 2 meter per second. So we have to calculate the work done. We have to calculate the work done by the force. That is nothing but W is equal to quotient mark. That is nothing but what? W is equal to quotient mark. So if you remember, what is the value here? F is equal to what? It is equal to W is equal to F into S. Work done is nothing but W is equal to F into S. So we don't know the value of F as well as we don't know the value of S, which is not given here. But we know the value of F, that is nothing but M into A. So mass is given here, but they are not given the acceleration as well as they are not given the value of what? Time. Value of time. So it is not possible to calculate the work done by using the formula W is equal to F into S, since we don't know the exact values of the time and we don't know the values of the acceleration, we don't know the values of the displacement covered by that thing. Right? But what they are given here, they are given the mass and they are given the changes in the velocity. The velocity is changing from 5 meter per second to the 2 meter per second. But we know that any object which is in motion, since initial velocity is 5 meter per second square, that means that object initially at motion. But we know that whichever object which is having the motion, it is going to acquire some kinetic energy. So it is also having the kinetic energy. After the application of the force, the object is not stopping here. It is still moving with the 2 meter per second velocity. So if it is moving with the 2 meter per second velocity, that means it is also having some kinetic energy. So here initial kinetic energy differs from the final kinetic energy, since the initial kinetic energy having the speed of 5 meter per second, the final kinetic energy having the speed of 2 meter per second. Due to the difference in the kinetic energy, there will be difference in the force, there will be difference in the work done. So whatever the difference which is going to come in the kinetic energy, it will be the work done by the force on that thing. So if there is reduction of the kinetic energy, how much reduction which is going to occur in that kinetic energy is the nothing but it is the work done by the force to reduce the speed of that object. That is nothing but there is the reduction in the kinetic energy. So we have to take the work done here by the force will be the difference of the kinetic energy. We are going to take the work done by the force here as the difference of the kinetic energy, which is equal to difference in the kinetic energy. So we have to calculate the kinetic energy initially and we have to calculate the kinetic energy finally. So after the calculating those things, we are going to take the difference. That difference is nothing but work done by that force. So first let us consider the kinetic energy initially. Kinetic energy of the object initially. Initially, that is nothing but EK1. We are going to take it as EK1. So it will be equal to half mu square. It will be equal to what? Half mu square. So this is equal to what? Half mu square. That is nothing but initial velocity. So mass is given 1 by 2 into 20. What is the velocity? Initial velocity, that is nothing but 5. So it will be 5 square. So 2 ones are 2 tens are. So it is equal to how much? 10 into 25, which is equal to 250 joules. Which is equal to how much? Which is equal to 250 joules. So which is equal to 250 joules. So next we are going to consider the kinetic energy of the object at final state after the application of the force. So kinetic energy of the object after application of the force. After the application of force. After the application of force. Let this be the EK2. So again it is going to be half We have v square now. Since we are taking the final velocity as v, so that is equal to how much? Again 1 by 2 into 20 into what is the final velocity here? It is equal to 2 square. So which is equal to 2 1s are 2 10s are, which is equal to 10 into 4, which is equal to 40 joules. Which is equal to 40 joules. So initial kinetic energy is nothing but 250 joules. Final kinetic energy is equal to 40 joules. So therefore, work done by force. Therefore, work done by the force is nothing but W, which is nothing but it is the difference in the kinetic energy. It is the difference in the kinetic energy. That is nothing but Ek is equal to Ek1 minus Ek2, which is equal to 250 minus 40, which is equal to 210 joules. Which is equal to how much? Which is equal to 210 joules. So at last write the conclusion here. So work done by the force is equal to 210 joules. So this is about the question number 4. Right. I hope everything is clear about up to this point. Now let us consider the question number 5 now. A mass of 10 kg is at point A on a table. It is moved to point B. If the line joining A and B is horizontal, what is the work done by the object by the gravitation? Work done on the object by the gravitational force. Explain your answer. So what they are given in the problem statement? They are given a table on the ground. Right? They are given a table on the ground. So on that table at point A 10 kg having mass object is kept. So it has the mass of 10 kg and this is the point A where it is kept. Right. So what they are doing here, it is moved to point B. It is moved to point B and that point, if the line joining A and B is the horizontal. If the line joining A and B is horizontal, then that is nothing but in the same manner, in the x-axis. So if you check here, it is moved to point B again on this horizontal line. So here again I am 10 kg at the point B. Either on the table or some point which is moving in a horizontal direction, and the line joining both the objects is horizontal line. So they are moved in the same path. Maybe here or maybe here or maybe here, wherever it may be. But it is moving in the horizontal path. So what we have to tell here, we have to tell what is the work done by, or what is the work done on that object by the gravitational force. Object by the gravitational force. If you check here, the gravitational force is acting in the downward direction of the object. And the object is moving in horizontal direction. It is acting in the vertical direction and it is moving in the horizontal direction. Neither downward direction nor upward direction, but it is correct in straight line direction. So if you see here, it is making a perpendicular angle, that is nothing but angle of 90 degree. So the work done here by the gravitational force on this object is equal to 0. It is equal to 0, so therefore work is 0. Why 0? We already know that the work should be done. Either the object should move in the direction of the force or it should move in the opposite direction of the force. If you see here, it is neither moving in the direction of the force nor moving in the opposite direction of the force, but it is moving in the perpendicular direction to the force. If it is perpendicular direction to the force, then the work done by the gravitational force on this object is equal to 0. It is equal to 0. That is the answer for the question number 5. Now let us consider the question number 6 here. The potential energy of freely falling object decreases progressively. Does it violate the law of conservation of energy? And why? Right, we are going to take an example here. What they are given here? They are given a potential energy of freely falling object is decreasing progressively. It is going to violate the law of conservation of energy. If yes, we have to explain. If not, we have to explain. So let us take an object which is freely falling here, acting from height h. So it has the mass here. Right. So we already know that when height of an object from the ground decreases, the potential energy of that object is going to get decreases. Right. So here also the potential energy of this object is getting decreases. So with the law of conservation of energy, we know that energy neither be created nor be destroyed. But what we are going to do here, energy can transfer from one form to the another form. So if here we are losing the energy here, what does it mean? Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. But where does that energy is getting? Where does whatever the energy which is decreasing here, where does it going? Where does it is going? So if you see here, the object is falling freely. The object is falling freely. So what will happen as this falls freely? It is going to gain more amount of motion. If it is gaining more amount of motion, that is nothing but it is gaining more amount of kinetic energy. It is gaining more amount of kinetic energy. So whatever the decrease in the potential energy regarding to the height of the object which is getting lost, it is getting converted into the kinetic energy of that object. It is getting converted into the kinetic energy of the object. So as it comes down towards the ground, that much energy is getting converted into the kinetic energy. So this thing is not going to violate the law of conservation of energy. So it is going to follow the law of conservation of energy. Since whatever the loss of potential energy which is going to happen there is getting converted into the kinetic energy of that object. So this is the question number 6, answer for the question number 6. So let us consider the question number 7 now. What are the various energy transformations that occur when you are riding a bicycle? You are riding a bicycle. So first of all, we are going to eat food. That food is going to absorb by the into the blood by the blood capillaries, by the villi which are present inside our small intestine. So that food is getting converted into the energy in cells. So we are storing that energy in the form of the cellular energy. So the first case it is getting stored in the form of cellular energy. That cellular energy while riding a bicycle is getting converted into the muscular energy. That energy is going to get converted into the muscular energy so that our leg starts to move. So next it is getting converted into the muscular energy. So that muscular energy while riding bicycle is getting converted into the mechanical energy. It is getting converted into the mechanical energy. Because of that mechanical energy, the cycle starts to rotate. Because of that rotation, the wheel starts to rotate. Because of the rotation, bicycle starts to move in the forward direction. So this is the answer for the 7th question. So the remaining questions we are going to study in the next class. Up to that point, thank you, take care, stay well, stay home.